Hey everyone, good evening. Hi, my name is Audrey. Welcome to my 100-day project. Today is day 91. I'm officially in the 90s, and today I'm going to be painting the old lady cactus. There is an official name for it. I probably can't pronounce it correctly, so I'm not even going to try, but it looks really cute. It does look a little bit intimidating in terms of like how to paint it because there's it looks very fuzzy. There's a lot of white like fuzziness. So I was having a lot of trouble with like how I want to paint it because I thought about, do I do it like without a pot like the saguaro, or do I do it in a pot like this bunny ear cactus, or do I do like a close up in the corner of the page or something? So I was kind of all over the place and I was a little stressed out, I'll admit, trying to figure out how I'm going to paint it. So I'm still kind of on the fence. So maybe as I talk out loud, maybe an inspiration will come. Hi, Stacy. Hello. Yeah, thank you so much. Remember to like this video, even if you're tuning in for a little bit, that just really helps me and my videos get noticed. Oh my gosh, charcoal is like passed out over there. um, and yeah, if you're not too shy, please say hi in the comments. I see them and other people see them, so it's really great to, just be in this virtual community together. And yeah, so please don't be shy. And if you are, that's okay. You don't have to say hi. But if you are so inclined and want to chat, then please do so. Anyway, okay, I am still thinking about like, yeah, what to do. I don't know. What do you guys think? You let me know. Should I do it without a pot like this, or in a pot, or in a corner? Like, I'm kind of leaning towards like um, zoomed in look. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like as I'm looking on Google right now, like there's a lot of cool angles and stuff. But you know, now that I think about it, let's do the breathing exercise and maybe that'll help kind of like clear my head because sometimes it does. And then I just end up sort of going with my gut. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let's do that. Okay. So just get into a comfortable position. Yeah, I just feel like I need to clear my head. So let's do that. I'm also gonna turn on the candle after, actually, let's do the candle right now. Maybe the candle will also help spark some inspiration. Yeah. I haven't been like this nervous in a while. You can see me using a lot more of my hands because I'm like, "Wah." Anyway, hi Keith, how was Nashville? You know what? I shouldn't point with this. I will talk about Nashville as I sketch. How about that? Okay. So let me turn on my candle. This is the Sakura Sunset. Again, these are made by my friend at scentsincerely.co. So please, yeah, check her candles out. These are clean burning. They're, they smell so good. She has done intense research on getting the right pour, getting the right, um, just the right everything. And so, whew, that smells good. So they're clean burning. It means that there's no carcinogens that are released into the air. They're all soy-based candles. And yeah, she also has, I don't know if I mentioned this, but she also has a candle called Blank Canvas. And I thought it was such a good name because as an artist, we work with canvas or paper, we know that idea of or the concept of a blank canvas. And so basically the blank canvas is a unscented candle. So it's good for those people who are kind of sensitive to, strong perfumes or strong scents, but they still like the vibe of a candle. Like, isn't that genius? Okay, I love that candle. But I do like this scent, so I prefer that. But I do have a candle of just a blank canvas. So please check her out, sincerely.co. Anyway, Stacy, I will talk about the jelly roll in just a little bit. Let me just do our breathing exercise. I really need to clear my head, and then we'll dive in. Okay? All right. bring us back together. Yeah, I do feel a little bit clearer. So let me answer some of your questions as I kind of start sketching, okay? Um, Keith, well, actually, Stacy, I'll answer your question first since it's a little easier or faster. So the brand that I use is called, you know what? I realized I never said the brand yesterday, so that was not helpful. So the brand is called, okay, can you see that? Okay, so the brand is called Uniball Signo. Uniball Signo. Oh my gosh, my hands are so, like, my fingers are kind of messy, and I'll show you why in a little bit. But this is a Japanese brand. Yeah, so Uniball Signo. Mhm. Okay, but you have a white, gold, and silver gel pen by Jelly Roll. Yeah, so Jelly Roll is the brand that I actually don't like. And maybe you haven't had issues, but I always have. So I'm assuming you got one of these, right? And I do have this pen too, but this is what I mean. Ugh, I don't have like good paper on me right now. Yeah, I don't have a way to like explain it right now. But anyway, yeah, so this one tends to kind of like jump or skip, and that's why I don't like it. But then this one just has a more consistent ink flow. And so, yeah, so the Uniball Signal. Again, these are not bad for like, just everyday kind of writing. That's okay. But again, maybe because I'm writing on watercolor paper and it's rougher, it tends to skip. Whereas this one, it rolls really well. Okay, so hopefully that helps. Oh, you have their ink pens. Yeah, I do like Jelly Roll. I used to use them all the time in high school. I used to collect all the colors. I love the metallic colors. So yeah, I know what you mean. Keith, you used to love those pens in high school? Yep, me too, me too. Okay, just bought them today. Well, let me know how you like them, Stacey. Yeah, like, everyone has their own preferences, so it's not to say like you have to get the Uniball, but it's just that I've tried both and I tend to like this one because of XYZ. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna start sketching while I talk about Nashville a little bit more. So I did talk a little bit about Nashville yesterday, Keith. Sorry you missed out. I'm just kidding. Yeah, but Nashville was a lot of fun. It was, it's the music, is it the music capital of the US? I don't know if I can really say that, but it's like all the country singers are basically from Nashville, right? Or they go to Nashville to like get discovered. And so what was crazy, because one of the evenings that we were there, afterward, we went down to Broadway, and like there were dozens of bars and karaoke bars and things like that. And every single one of those bars had a live band playing. So if you stood in the middle of the street, like you could just hear like 20 different songs being played at the same time. It was just madness. It was chaos. Not in a bad way, sorry. I meant that as just like there's just so much sound going on. So if you're a very sensitive person, I would not recommend going there. But if you're a music lover, if you love to have a good time, like that was like it was definitely an experience. It's not my jam. I'm not totally into country music, and I am a little bit sensitive to like too loud, too much of a loud music. I don't really like crowds. I do like clouds. I almost said cloud, but yeah, but it was definitely an experience, and I haven't seen that anywhere else. Again, a live band in every single bar. They're all playing at the same time. So it was really crazy. I was like, wow, there's so many people and they're all so talented. Some of them are playing their own original songs. Some of them are playing, covers, but all of them were so good. And they all had different instrumentation. Some of them were your classic, like acoustic guitar, electric guitar, bass, and drums, but then some people had like a violin or a fiddle or banjo or, just like other instruments that were maybe not as common. So that was so cool, because I'm into music too. I studied, or not really studied like in the academic sense, but I played classical piano like all my life. And for the longest time, my parents actually wanted me to go into like concert pianist or to be a concert pianist. And so I did study hard, but then I realized that like in order to like really succeed as a concert pianist, like you have to basically like that's your job. You know, you practice, you think about piano like 8 hours, 8 hours a day. And I was like, at some point I had to tell my parents, like, I'm not that type of person. You know, like I do love piano. I am good at it, but I'm not willing to like become obsessed with it, you know? Yeah, so I don't regret that at all. I feel like it was the right decision, and I love what I do now. Like I could be doing this for 8 hours a day, you know? Like painting, I mean. Yeah. Country music capital. Yes, it is. Oh, bachelorette party scene. Oh my goodness. So now that you mention it, yes, the few bars that we did go in, I think each of them had at least one or two bachelorette parties going on. And so they were constantly like, shouting out song requests, or they were doing shout outs from the band. So you're so right. It totally is that. And then birthdays, obviously, but you can celebrate birthdays anywhere. But there were a lot of birthdays as well. And I was like, well, my birthday was 2 months ago. Does that count? Or not 2 months ago, it was 1 month ago. But yeah. Okay, did I go thrifting there? Great question. So I did want to go thrifting there. I know there's a huge Goodwill outlet store. I didn't want to go there because the person I was traveling with, my friend, like we're both a little bit like, I mean, her more so than me, but I just didn't want to put her through like having to dig through clothes and like kind of wasting time because we really only had like 2 full days there, and I didn't want to spend like hours thrifting. And so we did go to like some like a slightly higher end or like boutique thrift stores, and I did get some earrings. I'm not wearing any right now, but I did get some earrings. I did see some nice clothes, but yeah, it just wasn't my style or whatever. But accessories I can always get. Yeah. Oh, Sherry, you're thinking of taking a piano again. Good for my brain. Yeah, piano is a great skill. Okay, notice how I'm not sketching at all. I'm just like talking to with you guys. Yes, piano is a great skill, like, for kids, but even as an adult, because, it involves so much hand-eye coordination, including your feet. It's not just your hands. And so I feel like even people who learn like an instrument, any instrument, even guitar, like late in their age or even just as an adult, as a grown adult, it's so good because again, yeah, it just keeps your mind sharp. Hey, but so does painting, okay? So I'm glad you're here too. Okay, you guys, I really need to sketch. So, all right, let's see if I can do this live. Hold on, let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. And then, um, okay. So again, I'm like, look at this washi tape. Isn't it so cute? This is the same one that I was struggling with yesterday. But I was like, it has cacti on it. How perfect. Okay, so the old lady is interesting because again, it's like a circular shape, but then it has like a ring of pink flowers around it. So it's almost like it has a crown. So that's why I want to do like a close up, but at the same time, I don't want to do a close up. I don't know what to do. I think I'm gonna do, oh man, okay. I think I'm gonna do the pink crown like here-ish. Okay. And then, oh, see, this is what I mean. Like I can't commit. Can't commit. This is why patterns were so much easier because all I have to do is just paint it in a pattern. But this one's like so much more difficult. Um, do. Hmm. Oh, you know what? Speaking of music and the live bands and stuff, um, there was one of the bars, the first bars that we stepped into, it was a guy singing Taylor Swift's Love Story, and I thought that was like really well done. Like I think it's really easy to, um, okay, now I can't talk and draw at the same time, but yeah, it's really easy to just assume that love story is a girl song, but then to hear a guy sing it, like it was kind of refreshing, you know? Okay, I decided I'm gonna do one without a pot, and then it's gonna be pretty close up. You guys, I'm really nervous for how this is gonna turn out. And I think I'm nervous because, again, this is a subject that I am somewhat familiar with, but not super confident. You know what I mean? So if you see me making some like funny faces, don't laugh. All right, I don't even have my paints ready. Like, this is how unprepared I am today. Okay. Hi, Linda. Thanks for joining. Hi, hi. Okay, and I also have to get my phone camera ready, of course, because there's like a million things I gotta do. Okay. Well, well, well. Let's see. Should I do pink in the background? I'm kind of feeling pink. You know what I mean? Where did I put my paints? One moment. Okay. So, not pink, I'm sorry. Like a yellow. I'm thinking of maybe this yellow here in the middle, but with a lot of white because I want to do like a pale yellow background. So let's get some white out. Ugh. Okay. Oh, this is like super crusted up. It's a lot of white. Perfect. Let's see. Oh, I gotta show you guys why my fingers are dirty later, okay? Remind me. I don't want to forget. And I have some pink left over, so I can use that for the pink flowers. And yeah, oh my gosh, I love how this is still really wet. Perfect, perfect. So I'm gonna use that for the cactus itself. So let's do the background. All right, guys, wish me luck. I'll see you in a little bit. Um, good luck painting, excuse me, or creating. And I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, bye. Hey everyone. Okay, sorry. I have some technical difficulties. Um, this always happens every now and then. Well, not always, but it happens every now and then because I forget to free up space on my hard drive and then yeah. So I'm really sorry, but so the music won't be playing, but hey, at least I'll be here, so I'll try to talk and paint at the same time. So right now, I'm kind of waiting for this layer, this green layer to dry because I need to add the pink flowers and all that stuff. So I'm gonna let that dry. I did have my fan on, but I turned it off. So again, I'm really sorry that now you have to listen to no music, but feel free to turn on your own music, right? Okay. I am going to then, while this is drying, just make sure that this pink is the pink that I want. Let me see. Oh, see, look how like wet that is still. Oh, perfect. Yeah, this pink is like a little bit too bright. So let me get some of that white in there. Yeah, perfect, perfect. Oh, that looks so good. Yeah, this pink is more like it. Yeah, okay. So that's perfect. Ah, and of course, on the day that I'm having technical difficulties, like that's the day that it decides to, like, spaz out on me. Of course, of course. That's just my luck. Okay. I think I can go ahead and do some of the pink flowers, at least up here. Like this part is mostly dry. Yeah, I would say. I know it's not recommended that you touch your painting with your hands, but sometimes I do that anyway, just because, this is just a sketchbook, it's just a journal. Like I'm not too worried about, um, like having a painting that's like so wrong. So anyway, all right, here we go. Wish me luck, you guys. Eee. All right. I think the good thing is that, the way that I paint, like, I'm not so concerned with, like, anatomical accuracy, And so I am allowing myself to be like a little bit freer and allow myself to, make some mistakes. Although I will still, I mean, although I will admit, like, it is still hard not to, be scared of mistakes because, that's normal. That is completely normal. Like, this is why I love the whole bind. Just like, look at how, like, clean these colors are, even on this super dark green background, you know? Like, it still stands out so well. Okay, awesome. Well, now I gotta add a bunch of the white spots. So let's go do that. I think I'm definitely gonna have a hard time making it look fuzzy. So I'm just going to like really randomly just kind of dot it all in there. It's like, what else? And then I'm gonna add the spikes in a little bit. I'm gonna let that dry. Now for this section, it's gonna be a little bit more. Okay, I need all of that to dry before I go on, but I'm gonna do another layer of the pink because there's a darker pink area on the inside. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of that. I'm gonna do something that I don't normally do, which is use a fine liner. And okay, the fine liner's not working that well. It's just kind of hard to like break through. So I think I'm just gonna go in there with a really dark green and just kind of try to draw the spikes that way. There we go. I think the fine liner was a little bit too fine and then it was cutting through the white, which obviously I don't want. Some of these details I feel like are getting kind of lost. So I'm trying to add like a little bit of like a little circle at the bottom of the spikes so that you can see kind of like where the spikes start. I know it's not obvious, but that'll help them stand out a little bit. And if that doesn't work, then I might bring out some black gouache so that it'll stand out. I wanted to make this green layer a little bit lighter, so that didn't work out as planned. Okay, but hopefully you can see a little bit of the spikes there. I'm gonna do a little bit more of the spikes poking out of the cactus itself, of course. Go. Okay. White layer down there is still a little bit wet. So I'm gonna wait for that to dry. And I think I'm actually gonna go in there with the white. So yeah. Oh, well, thank you for sticking around, you guys. I appreciate that. I do like how it's turning out though. I do. I'm gonna try to make a lighter green layer. This is why I love watercolor because you can just add a little bit more water, get a really light value. And I just want to maybe around the white. I feel like the white is a little bit too white. So I'm just covering up a little bit of that. Same thing down here. I know it's just going to make it take longer to dry, but maybe I'll bust out my hair dryer. Remember that? But I feel like if I add the white spikes on top of this lighter green layer, it'll stand out a little bit better, you know? So okay. So you know what? I think I am going to bring out my hair dryer. So 1 second as I set that up. All right. Well, I'm going to mute myself while I blow dry. Be right back. Okay, I think that's 100% dry. So now let's go in there with this. Okay. Now my pen is also doing that thing where it's skipping. I don't know why it's doing that now. It was totally fine before. Ooh, I like how this is kind of turning out. It was kind of touch and go there for a little bit, but I think as I'm adding the spikes, it's really coming together. Yeah. Well, now it feels like it's a little bit more fuzzy and like pin cushiony, right? I think that's one of the nicknames, the pin cushion. Although to be fair, a lot of the cacti kind of look like that. I'm being very random with where my spikes are going. I'm kind of following the white lines that I made before, but then as I'm drawing these vertical lines or these starburst looking lines, I'm being very just kind of flicking my pen and just seeing where it goes. I'm not really thinking too much about it. And I feel like that's really helping kind of cover the dark areas and then build some texture. I think that's the thing. I think part of finding your style or part of finding um like what works for you. So I'm trying to concentrate as I also draw some spikes within the flowers. I think part of finding your style and finding what works for you is something like exactly what I just did. Like for a moment there, I was like a little lost, right? But then like even drawing these spikes, like I didn't see someone do it like that. I didn't like follow a tutorial, obviously. But I'm just kind of going with my gut. I know that's so hard and so cheesy, but that's really what it is. Like when you follow your gut and you kind of just like go for it, like that's what makes your style your style. And I feel like sometimes we miss that and we get too hung up on trying to make it look perfect or right. And again, if you are a person who's trying to learn botanical type drawing or painting, then by all means, you have to learn the anatomy. You have to learn how to sketch proportionally, like all that stuff, right? But if you're kind of like me and you're like, hey, I just want to let loose, I just want to be able to paint with confidence and not have to think so much and not like freak out every time I make a mistake. Like if you're in that boat, then this is why I'm doing this sessions or these sessions live, because I want you guys to see that like there are times that I get nervous too, and like sometimes I don't know how I'm going to accomplish a certain painting. But you saw me go from like literally like nothing on the page to like painting this, and I am so happy with how this turned out. And I couldn't have done it without like relying on my instincts. um okay. um and just like being confident and like not comparing myself to other people, and just really, yeah, just really going for it. Like I am so happy with how this turned out. Like I said in the beginning, I didn't know how it was going to. I was definitely nervous, not gonna lie. And I think I'm gonna add another layer of this lighter pink flower just because it got kind of watered down. I'm just gonna add just another. Doesn't hurt to have some more bright pinks in there. Um, yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. Ooh. So if you are one of those people who are, thinking about like, oh, I don't know what my style is, like I don't know how to paint this, like just start by just adding the colors. Just start with the colors that you see. Start with start with shapes. The only shapes that I painted were the two circular rounded shapes, and then just go from there. Again, this is not a perfect painting. I can probably improve on this now that I've painted it once, but I'm really happy. I'm really happy, and I can't complain. Um, okay. Well, I apologize for the technical difficulties. Thank you for sticking through with me. Oh, I forgot to do the paint peel. Okay, let me do the paint peel real fast. Okay. All right. Ooh, look at that. Oh, I love it. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, awesome. Whee. Oh, oh my God. Look at this. Oh, I'm so happy that I went with this look, kind of like I did with the saguaro. Oh my goodness. Okay. Seriously. Okay, so go Google old Lady Cactus and then see how it compares to mine. Again, I'm going for more of like an illustrative, graphic kind of look. And I love this kind of like portrait series that I got going on. Oh, sorry. I'm just like, again, just kind of like amazed that I even accomplished this. Yeah, I love it. Okay, so, um, oh yeah, I was gonna tell you. So one quick thing before you guys go, one quick show and tell. So there it is. It's that my fingers are dirty because remember how I told you yesterday I had all of my gouache just like in bins and I didn't know what to do? Well, I ordered those lipstick holders, right? Look at this. Look at how beautiful this is. So my fingers are dirty because I was painting the tops of these tubes so that I can see what color they are. Like, ah. And so this holds 48, but I have, or 40, but I have more than 40 paint tubes. And so I ordered two of them. Ta-da! And now I still have room to add more. So I am really happy. Like they fit just perfectly. Just perfect. Like look how snug that is. Okay. So if you have, so these are 15 milliliter tubes. So if you have 5 milliliter tubes or anything a little smaller, obviously they will fit just perfectly. I was also concerned with how deep they were, right? Because I don't want it to be so shallow and then it constantly falls over. So I wanted it to be just deep enough as well. So these are about 3 inches in length, and then the length of the lipstick holder part is at about 1.5 inches. So I was like, okay, then it's gonna hold about 50% of the tube. It's gonna feel nice and snug and secure. So important. Like, isn't this so beautiful? I am so happy. And then I put the white and black like right here in the front so I can quickly grab them too. Yeah. Ah! Oh, can I give you the link? Yes, Stacy. You know what? Give me 1 second. I will definitely give you the link because I am all about sharing. So let me search for it real quick because I just ordered them. They were not that expensive and it was a set of two. So it's not like you have to buy the item twice. You just buy the item once. I mean, unless you need more than 80, 80 holders, right? Why is my internet so slow? Why is everything going wrong today, you guys? I'm just kidding. But I really don't know why Amazon's being slow. Okay. Here we go. My orders. Oh, yeah. So, I mean, look at this. This item was the two holders. I got it for $14. Like, isn't that awesome? Okay, so here's the link. Ta-da! Okay, that is an affiliate link for Amazon. So that just means that if you click on it and then buy it through my link, then I just get a small commission, but it's no extra cost to you. Okay, so it costs the same. I just get a tiny cut of it. So I would really appreciate it if you would use my links as well. So yeah, so this fits my 15 milliliter tubes just perfectly. And again, you get the 2-pack. It's not just one, you get the 2-pack right away. So like, look at this. But this is what I mean. Like it is a little heavy. So I'm thinking of on this wall here, right here, the mirror used to sit on top of the drawer unit, but there's nothing on the wall. So I'm thinking of building or like installing some shelves, but they have to be deep enough. You know, it is pretty deep. So putting some shelves up there, like multi shelves, or maybe they can fit like one right next to each other on that wall. I have to do some measurements, but I'm thinking of putting it up there so that it's easy to access. It's, you know, it doesn't take up more desk space because I don't need to take up more desk space with this stuff. But, and then it'll be, yeah, just really nice to have in the background. So yeah. Yes, Stacy, absolutely. We use a wall space. You're ordering it tomorrow? Thank you, Linda. I know. It's like so perfect. Like, who knew? I know it says lipstick holders, but you guys look at the reviews. There's so many people who are using it for paint. So like, mind blown. So again, if you have, just measure your tubes real fast though, so that, you know, it's about 1.5 inches deep. So you just want to make sure that it's not going to tip over if you have very long tubes, right? So I have shorter tubes. These are about 3 milliliters or 3 inches. And so they're not going to topple over. So make sure that it'll be deep enough. But yeah. But again, yeah, these are really heavy. So I'm going to have to like really secure that shelf so it doesn't fall down. But yeah, Sherry, I don't know if you're still with us. I'm really sorry you had COVID. I'm glad you're better now. COVID seriously sucks. But I just wanted to let you know that that the order that you put in, it's on its way. I didn't want to spoil the surprise, but it's on its way. So thank you so much for ordering through my shop. One last thing is I am having a small business Saturday sale. Okay, so this is my first time ever doing Small Business Saturday. Even when I did have my shop, I never had like anything super official. So I'm gonna have two promotions running. Small Business Saturday is next Saturday, not this coming Saturday, next Saturday. And I'm gonna extend the sale from Saturday to Sunday so that you have 2 full days to shop. But you need to sign up for my emails in my shop so that you get it, but I'll also announce it here, so don't worry. But yeah, so please make sure to check out my shop next Saturday and Sunday for those special promotions. And yeah, and I do have a treat for you guys next week too, because remember all those fruits and vegetables that I painted? Well, I put them into this art print, and I'll just give you a hint, it's rainbow colored, and I'm really excited. It looks so cool. It's so cute. And I think brighten anyone's wall space. So I'll show you guys next week because I haven't printed it yet. But that's coming, and that's also going to be one of the promotions next week. So yeah, thank you. Okay, Daniel Smith watercolor tubes. I forget how long they are. I don't think they're that long, right? They're probably about the same size. Yeah, they're probably about the same size. So just make sure to do some measurements, quick measurements before you buy. I really don't want you guys to, be misinformed. Okay. So again, mine are about 3 inches tall, and they fit, and the holder part goes up to about 50%, about halfway. And so that's very secure. Okay. So if your tubes are much longer than mine or taller than mine, just maybe try to find a different lipstick holder that has a deeper hole. I don't know how to describe a deeper container part. You know what I mean? Okay. Well, thank you guys again so much for your patience. I really appreciate it. I will fix my technical difficulties so I won't have the issue next time. But next week is Thanksgiving week. So I'm only going to be live on Monday. Oh, Monday and Tuesday. Well, Tuesday is a maybe, but definitely Monday. Okay, so please check I think the community tab, I think that schedule might be outdated now because I did change my schedule a little bit, but definitely Monday, maybe Tuesday. Okay, alrighty, guys. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Bye. Bye bye.